morning, all my crafty friends. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning here in Eastern North Carolina. This is NanaKaye signing in with NanaKayeDesigns.com. I hope you're all having a good start to your day. A lot of you may not even be starting your day yet. Then a lot of us are well into our day. I have decided we're going to start work on our new book. This is the one we're prepping, and the other day, a couple of days ago, I made a video of starting this thing from it being a full book to ripping the pages out, counting the pages, teaching you how to rip and count, which I obviously had not done. I think I have somewhere else, but it's way deep in my journal stuff. I know on the wedding journal I did do that. And guys, what you see me doing right this second is I am prepping my machine to start sewing my stitching on my pages. I'm just going to be doing little odds and ends. This is behind the scenes prep work that I have to do. So let's just kind of get an idea. This is my sewing machine. I may sew a few pages for you guys so you can see how I sew the edges of my journal pages to protect them. I have my beautiful cup of coffee out, and it's nice and warm this morning. It is 6:30 here. Let me have a swallow of my coffee. I am also in the process of choosing my thread color. So we finished with the purple. I'm putting it aside. I'm getting my bobbin ready. And I've just misplaced it. No, I didn't. There it is. Getting ready to put my bobbin on. So that's one thing we got to do. The color I've chosen for my thread is this pretty aqua kind of color. Not sure yet it's going to show up all that well, but the point of the thread is not so much for the aesthetic look, and it does make a signature or a page or a book look like it's had a little more TLC when you've got the sewing, the hand sewing and the machine sewing. It does make a book look like it's had a little more TLC. But for me, the stitching is important because it strengthens, this is a page I'm starting, it strengthens this edge here so that when you're constantly flipping, your thumb actually falls where the thread is and you're just not wearing the edges out. So that is really the purpose of, excuse me, that coffee's giving me the burps this morning. It gives me the strength I need to keep my pages from tittering and tattering along this edge. Some people don't mind the titter-tattering. That's okay if you don't. But I like the stitching just because it gives it, one, strength for the whole book, two, and it's aesthetically pretty. Okay. So that's what I'm working on. That's the thread. Well, we might sew a little bit. And once I get my bobbin wound up, I will cut the machine off to do the bobbing. I did come up with a new pocket yesterday. It's going to be a gatefold. I am working on that. It will be added to this kit because anytime I do special stuff for a kit that is my own design, I do try to update my kit. So I will be updating the Teal Tranquility. That's the kit we're going to be using. I'm going to go over the pages. That's a flat pocket I did yesterday. Nothing spectacular. But we are going to be updating the pages as we go along. It's a special craft or kits or something that we do. I'm going to do a long skinny. I've had a request for a complete tutorial on the really tiny tag. Let me see. I don't have the book in front of me. The really tiny tag that had, yeah, let me get it. Give me a second, guys. Let me get the book to tell you what I'm talking about, the long skinny. Okay, we did the long skinny in this book. So let me go find where I put long skinny. Give me just a second. Early morning, not really got my head together. I got one ear stopped up this morning, so I don't know if I'm trying to get fluid in my cotton picking ear. But anyway, I know we're probably going to do a tutorial in this book using this particular card. So that's one you're going to be able to look forward to. And that was the card that had the little thumb, the twist right here where you could open the latch and then open it up and you got a journal spot. So that one's going to get done on video somewhere in here. because we didn't get that one done. We had a couple we missed because my camera was cutting up or my video kept going off. And I found out it's my signal. My signal kicks out. If it kicks out long enough, the video just cuts off. So it is my signal. All right. This is the long skinny, guys. I don't know if you remember it, but it's a belly band. And on top of the belly band is a really tiny skinny pocket with a really tall skinny tag that opens up to a large journaling spot. So it's taking a really tiny small area and making it a large journaling spot, larger than it was. So that's the tall skinny. I will be doing a video attached to the one that we're getting ready to work on right here. For that long skinny, and that is for Blondie, who is one of my followers. So that is specifically for her. I thank you, Blondie. I'm going to call you by your @ name instead of your real name. I don't want to mention your name online if it's if you're not using it. So anyway, her name's Blondie. She follows me. Go read her comments. You'll see that I communicate regularly with her, and she communicates with me. And Blondie, I will be sending you a surprise. If you have, I hope you've registered on my NanaKaye.designs.com site with your email address, and I'm going to be sending you a little free gift for all your participation. Just so you know, it's coming. Give me a little bit so I can get myself together. All right, first things first. Before I go winding my bobbin up, and before I go sewing, I do want to show you the kit briefly again. I do have an introduction to the Teal Tranquility, but in this book we're going to be doing Teal Tranquility. So let's just go over the pages real quick. I've already done the fronts and the backs. Okay, so they were double-sided. They did come out looking like, let me see if I can find one. I have a whole stack somewhere. There they are. When you print them off from the digital download, they come in a set like this, okay? So you'll have to trim them down to whatever size your book page is. That's important. Now, I actually was very meticulous, which sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. But this time, I wanted the pages, I wanted these to fit the whole book. So I went in and checked my measurement once I got the white cut off the sheet. I went in and checked my measurement to make sure they were going to fit perfectly into our insert bands. Okay, so it looks good. And this book is the book we started working on the prior video, showing you how we were going to use all three of my techniques, or all three of my type of book designs in this one book. So this is my mix and match book. So this is my mixed up journal, really good. There was one place in here I ripped too far down. I think it's right there. I'm going to show you how to patch this. So let me do this as a reminder. When you're tearing pages like this and you get through, until you're finished prepping your book, it's a good idea to package up the pages so you know where they are, so you get a match if you're having to use any of these white edges here, which I use these edges a lot to make repairs. Set these aside temporarily. Later on you can throw them in your big pile, that's fine. But while you're getting your book prepped, make sure you've got a match to this edge here so that you can use it. We will be using it a bit probably, so just keep that in mind, because like I've got to come in and strengthen this. No, these have already been done because they were folded over. But anyway, we won't start going into all that right now. But as you know, this is the book that we started making the new twist pages, where we've got dual pages, folded pages, double folded pages, single folds. We've got the interior flip here. So keep that in mind when you're prepping this book. We're going to get this one finished too and start on it today. But when you're cutting your design, I do say the first thing you need to do after you start cutting these out is make sure to get this the size you're going to want it. And I just slide it. Let's see if I can get in camera so you can see. I just open my first place that it's going to go into, or any place in the book when you're doing this, and I slide it till I get it at both places, and I take my finger and I check it, and if it's hanging out over either edge, I go back to my cutter and cut just a tiny bit off at a time until I get the size. Once I get my size that I want my pages cut, let me show you this. This is just a handy little trick. I have to open it up like this. This is how mine opens up. Hopefully your cutter has that. If not, you need to write down the precise cuts, okay? As you notice, when you're cutting this page down like this, all right, and then you have to cut the page in half. This is prepping for a altered book. I do have two different, what's the word I want to say? Two different packages or two different products of the Teal Tranquility. One is the altered book one. If you're going to be doing the altered book like we're doing here, you need to buy the altered book kit. That will save you a whole lot of cutting and a whole lot of losing your design because we shrunk it. The other one is a borderless print on a 8.5 by 11, so you're getting a larger journal, and that's made for the designer journal. If you have any further questions on that, guys, you will need to contact me. Okay, this is the white edge we want. These are my cut lines here. One is like 7 and it's not quite, it's 1 notch over a quarter. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eighths. It's 7 and 5 eighths. And this one is 5 and 3 eighths. That's my two cuts to get my book to work out like I want it. So then I come in here, I look at this edge and make sure everything's like I want on that edge. So then I measure right against my first mark here and I cut. So that gives me the size cut this of the 3 sides now that I need. And then my last cut, I want this white band off. I go down to the 7 and 3 and 5 eighths, 7 and 5 eighths. Get it right against my black mark that I made on my cutter. And I do use a temporary marking pencil so I can wipe this off because I do it often. And then what I end up with every single page is a precise cut. They're all alike. Even though I'm cutting them individually, I end up with a precise cut. So that's how you will prep your pages if you buy this kit. I can't tell you how to prep your pages any other way, except that you need to be that's one thing you need to be kind of precise on if you want all your pages to be the same. If you don't care if they're the same, then that's fine. Swallow coffee, please. I am trying to be as real and authentic on these videos as I can. I don't want to hype up this fantastic, glorious hobby that you just jump in and create these beautiful, beautiful books. There is work involved. It's fun work if you make it fun, but there is preparation and fun work that comes with it. And I'm just going to give you this raw and real through this whole series. I really haven't quite decided what I'm going to call this series yet. I guess this is a order book start to finish, really is what this is. So that's why you're seeing me doing all this crazy mess this morning. So let's go over the pages that are included in this. Excuse me, I'm goodness this morning. Every time I drink a swallow of coffee, I get these air mouth. So I'm telling you, this cold has really whipped me. But please bear with me. I'm trying. I'm going to clear my nose out just a minute, and I'll be right back. So I don't sound so hoarse, maybe. I may have to go get me some peppermint candy instead of drinking coffee. I'm not sure. But anyway, swallow coffee again, and let's roll. I do want to take a second to tell you, thank you for following me, and thank you for commenting. It means so much to me to know that I'm gaining a little bit of everyday regular followers. It's taken me a while, but it's also taken me a while to get into the process of doing it every day and working on this stuff. So, Teal Tranquility, that is the kit. I am updating the kit in NanaKaye Designs as we speak. The altered book kit is not there yet. Give me till late this afternoon. Don't go buy the other kit. If you've already bought the other kit, let me know. Just write me a message and let me know you've already bought the Teal Tranquility in the larger size. I will send you the link to the altered book when it comes. It doesn't matter to me that you would have both sizes, because if you know how to enlarge it anyway on Photoshop or whatever, you know, it's not a problem. Now, Other thing, I do my kits on Photoshop. So if there's something that you're wanting to adjust or change in one of my kits to meet your need, and you need me to send you my Photoshop, if you need me to send you my Photoshop file, the one that has got the PSD attached to it, you need to write me. I will have to check to make sure that there's nothing in the PSD file that goes against any of my licensing, because some of my licensing, I can't send you something that you can take out one piece of the clip art and process it. So I have to be very careful about that. But if there's some adjustments you need made, call me. Text me. But text me here or text me on NanaKaye Designs. We'll discuss it. And I will try to send you, I will blend these where they're not separated, and so that I meet my license. And I hope that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, just overlook me. And you guys that are doing some of your own designing will understand what I'm talking about. But I will gladly share some of my PSD file in my kit with you to help you adjust a page the way you need it adjusted or whatever. That being said, let's go through the pages. This is Teal Tranquility, and there is 36 pages and 18 different backgrounds. So what you'll see in this stack is the background. You may see the same background twice. Yeah, there we go. You'll see the same background sometimes twice, but you won't see twice on the front. We may not use all these. If we do, that's great. If we need more, I will go and design a few more pages for my book. If my book needs more pages, it's more than likely your book's going to need more pages. Don't fret. If I design a new page, it will go in the updated file on NanaKaye Designs. And I will update my product file in my shop. And if I look and see somebody's already bought the ordered book, I will notify you with another link to my Dropbox for just the pages that's been added, so you can add that to your kit. I'm not going to leave you here hanging. We're going to, like I said, we're going to do this book start to finish. So here are the pages for Teal Tranquility. I'm going to sit here and talk 17 minutes and probably bored y'all to death, but let's go. All right. There's one of the pages, and with the gingham check background, just a beautiful full print, nothing unusual. I can really foresee this page having a beautiful scalloped pocket here with a great big tag in it. Or we could come in with a beautiful side pocket this way with a great big journaling card that pulls out with a beautiful tab. Now in this journal, I am going to be using tabs, pull tabs more than I am going to be using ribbon. Again, I'm going to try to keep this journal as much paper as possible, and then I'm going to try to maintain a flatness to it. This is the waist that I have designed so far for this book. I'm thinking it's too much color, so I'm probably going to go in and look at my backgrounds and choose a background. Here's my backgrounds over here. I'm probably going to go in and choose a different background, which I really like. There's one that's almost white, and it's usually toward the back. Let me see. I like that one, but I don't like it that much. I've got a white lacy one, and I probably, more than likely, most logically, I still might be going to Wizard of Oz now, that lion or whatever his crazy name was. I know why, Lord, can I find that one particular one I want? And that's something, when you really want something, you can't find it. And I know I've got it printed somewhere, but I guess not. Well, when I find it on here, I'll show it to you. But I think I'm going to change my lace to a white lace paper. Okay. But that is that one, and it comes in, I got this from Temu, my borders, and I got a bunch more coming, because when you go to cutting these things, Lord have mercy, that's a time-consuming little thing. But, I really enjoyed it the day I did it. I got a choice. Now, the heart lace turned out beautiful. This one. It turned out beautiful on this book. I really like the heart lace. It's not got such... If you notice, this has got little teeny points here. And it's not impossible to go cut them off, but that's a lot of time, more time consuming. So I've got that one, and I could go back with that one, which is this die. The die that you're seeing here is this one. So so far that's been my choice for this book. I could go with this one, but we're at the same thing. We've got that little piece pointing up, but I really do like this just basic scallop. And let's send it in one more. Oh, and then I've just got this one, which is an easy one. And what I foresee with this one, if I use this lace here, what I foresee happening with that one is that I can put it here, and then I can go find one of my designer washi tapes, and it can go in the center here. And this would really, using this one here, would really strengthen the edge of this book. So these are probably my two possibilities of the lace that we're going to use. Again, this is on Temu. I'm not advertising Temu. I'm not saying go use it. But I will give you this one. Let me swallow my coffee. Excuse me. I will give you one word of advice, and it's just a precaution that my computer guy told me. If you buy from Temu, well, and this is easy for me because I have 3 computers. I have a computer here, a computer at work, and a computer in my home. So I can take my hard drives. I keep all my work on separate hard drives. All my work is not in any one computer. It goes everywhere I go. But I will download Temu long enough to place my order. Then I uninstall Temu after I'm through with my order, because I have Temu who emails me everything, so I know how to keep up with my shipping and all that way. If you're going to order from Temu just for your own safety's sake, if you're going to follow me about going on and ordering, I don't want your computer damaged. I don't want all your information, and it may be too late. Once you place an order, they may have whatever information it is they're looking. I don't know. Some of these scare tactics I do away with, but when I can order a set of dies for $3.25, I've got them as low as $1. I'm going to order them because money is getting tight out here. We are to the point from our Social Security check that it's trying to decide if we're going to eat a little better or get our medicine. Just like this past week, Lord have mercy, my doctor told me I had to have a medicine for COVID. I had COVID, and I had to have a specific medicine because I have asthma, and I was already going into pneumonia. And he said, you have to have this medicine. Well, we get to the pharmacy, and our supplemental doesn't cover it, and it was $1,625. So when I can buy something cheaper to help me in my hobby, which keeps my stress level down and keeps me enjoying myself, I'm going to do it. So anyway, that's my suggestion. Go on there, look up border dies. You'll find lots of them. There are many more styles. Decide which one you like. Get you a border die if you can. If not, maybe I will at some point in time actually make lace and sell it in packages to be shipped to you. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm real hesitant to offer to do any of that kind of stuff, guys, because it is just me. I am nearly 70 years old, and I have a grandson I take care of a lot of the time. He is starting to stay home with his mommy and daddy more and more, and I am so glad that they're working that out. They've got 6 children, and they really are suffering in this economy. And I'm not having him quite as often, but nevertheless, it's hard for me to do prepackaged things, printed things, and ship and all. It's just hard. But it works. It's a possibility. I got a niece who wants to help me some, so maybe. We'll see. She just had a newborn baby. Let her get past her 6-8 weeks, and we'll see. All right, let's get back to this kit. I've started showing you this kit too many times, and I keep getting off on a tangent. But anyway, here's another page, and on that page, we've got the rose-colored, this is a coffee dye or a splatter page. This is a beautiful lantern. I don't know if you can see it well, but it's hidden back in there with the peonies and just different beautiful flowers. Everything hue was changed. Now this is the same clip art was used or similar. I'm not going to say exactly the same. I did change up some from the Blue Tranquility. I have Blue Tranquility, I think a Green Tranquility, Teal Tranquility, and Magenta. Magenta will be our next book in the Tranquility line. But anyway, I just changed the hue a little and got this beautiful teal color. Like I said, this is our matching thread, so it's going to be pretty. All right. Next we've got, look, I got them all which ways. With the little library room with all the teal, beautiful teal and mahogany furniture. With the gingham check, which is a kind of a cream colored gingham check. Our butterflies, yeah, that's the way that one goes. It's a corner, beautiful corner floral. This is our pink lace. This is the one that has a big dolly in the middle. Okay, just so you know. And what I do when I do my backgrounds, as you see here, I print them on this page like this, on an 8.5 by 11. And then I go, well, that was got one on it. This one doesn't. Then I slide this back in my printer like this, and I print whatever page I want on the back, so that I'm always going to be using half of my back paper. So that's why you're only seeing half of the dolly page here instead of it fitting in. It doesn't matter. Do it however you want to do it. If you have a better way and you want to tell NanaKaye about it, write me and tell me. I would love to hear from you. I love to read your comments. And I love to learn, so not a problem. This is a heart-shaped wreath. And this has the other side of the lace dolly. This is a park bench, little park scene. And it's kind of got a three-dimensional look. It's kind of framed out. And it's kind of like you're looking into it. That has one of the teal backgrounds. It's got, I think this has got the heart lace on it. Yeah, the heart lace is on this one. I use the heart lace quite frequently. Okay, this is another one that's got the framed out look with the, like you're looking into a room. And I'd say this is somebody's plant room, hot room, whatever, in their house. I envision myself sitting in that chair. Of course, I'm going to have a footstool. But I envision myself sitting in that chair reading a book. I still love to read books. I don't like reading on my Kindle. I don't want to read on my computer. When I really want to sit down and relax with a cup of coffee or hot chocolate, I want a real book in my hand. That's just the way I am. And again, that's the other side of the heart teal colored background paper. This is that beautiful, my favorite little pearl frame with some beautiful teal flowers in the back, really on the raised area. And there's that white lace. This is what I'm most likely going to make the paper lace out of. It's white, yet there's just a slight background hint of the teal back in here. But that's probably what we're going to make our paper lace out of with this book. Just letting you know. There's the other side of that particular page with the lace. This is a pen and paper set. What better for a journal? Because that's what you're going to be doing, writing in it. Along with the beautiful two flowers. I got some honeycomb and some dotted Swiss in the background. This is one of these sheets here that I collaged. And I used it as the base for this particular page. And this is a pink heart lace background sheet. And then my typing desk, old-fashioned typewriter. Love these old typewriters. That's how I learned to type. Well, I really did not really learn to get fast until I got the computer keyboard. Oh, Lord, I beat my brow to death in high school trying to press those keys. And those keys are hard to press. And when I got to a computer, I went from this is so funny. I went from testing on one of these. Well, we did have some electronic ones that were a little better. Doing maybe 45, 50 words a minute if I was lucky. And when I got on the computer, got my hands adjusted, I was doing 100, 110 words a minute. So that was, or strokes per minute. That was really good. That was really unique to remember that. And like I said, the pink lace background. Open book and the coffee. Awesome, awesome. I got to have a swallow mine. The beautiful teal colors. That looks more like hot chocolate to me. But anyway, somebody working on the journal. And the teal dotted Swiss or polka dot, whichever one you want to call it. The beautiful teal candle burning inside the beautiful bouquet. Again with the, let me see, I think that's the blue. No, that's the teal, isn't it? Yeah, that's the teal background. Then just a asymmetrical corner design with some of the honeycomb background in there. One of my collage sheet backgrounds. And that's got the green dotted Swiss. A beautiful garden window looking from outside to in with beautiful teal garden flowers and a beautiful spray inside the window with the green dotted Swiss. Okay, just a small frame print here with beautiful teal and pink flowers. This is one of my sheets like this. My collage sheets, just a variety of different things collaged into a background sheet, and it's in a minty green. Well, no, it's more of a tealy green. It's got teal and then the two greens between here and here is what this one's got on it. And then another frame print with a flower bouquet, more pinks than this one, with the same background. As you see it, it's just a big variety background. I keep on holding up like this, guys. I'm sorry. I got to try to do it like this. I think we've already done this one, haven't we? Did we already show this? No, this is a different background. Okay. This is a beautiful library with mahogany furniture in it, teal colors again. This is just my marbled pink background. A corner spray with a beautiful butterfly, two emerald butterflies here. Beautiful emerald butterflies on one of the collage pages, and the splattered marbled print. Okay, then this is a double frame print with a scene in the center of going into a beautiful garden with a garden gate. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful picture here. This has the green gingham check. Another of the garden, garden park scenes here in that double frame. Same background. And no, I'm not going to put these side by side. They'll be mixed out to the book. This is a beautiful window design with the white daisies in it and beautiful teal roses to the side. Beautiful mahogany color window frame with the different pots in it. This is beautiful. I love these window scenes. That's another one of my collage prints. Kind of teal, mixed into a hue to a teal color. This is what I would call my seaside window where you're looking out to the sea. Again, the teal roses, and this has a beautiful greenish colored frame. Looks very cottagey feel. I love it. Cottagey, beachy, and anybody that knows me or has listened to my videos much knows that I sit between three rivers that go into the Sound and then the ocean. I am very close to all. I'm within 2 hours of the Atlantic. I'm within an hour one way of the Atlantic Beach and 2 hours of the Outer Banks area of North Carolina. And then all my rivers are right. I got one behind me here. I've got Swift Creek in front of me. And then off to my left, about 10 miles to a little place called Little Washington, I have the Pamlico and the Tar River. So I'm a river rat. I've always been a river rat. My family owned a cottage on Bay River. So even though I am not a sun bunny, I'm not one that wants to go out and sunbathe and all that, I do love being near the water. So that's why a lot of my work has a beachy scene of some sort in it. Just how I am. And the back of that has that, looks like that. Another one of the collage prints is more of a teal color. Another double frame with just two asymmetrical designs on the top and bottom, and that's a deep, that deep teal color of a collage page background. I hope you can see that. Let me look at it on the camera. I got a little bit closer so you can see that there are some different prints in that background. Same thing here. This one is the teal roses in the corners. Beautiful kind of teal colored gingham check. Again, a beach scene. What I say, you're going to find beach scenes with the framed out edges. So you look kind of like you're looking into it with some of the wildflowers at the bottom. That's mostly wildflowers in the teal colors. With that beautiful this is another collage page that I changed the hue and got this beautiful pink and teal mingled design. This one is absolutely beautiful one to me. I love this background pages. Now, let me tell you something else, guys. The background pages that I design will go with any of my kits. You might can buy a couple of my background page kits separately, which are all in the Altered Book Nook on Etsy. I will tell you they're separate there. I don't think I have them separate in NanaKaye Designs. Everything's in bundles. But on the Etsy site, you can buy just my backgrounds. If you know how to change the hue on your computer, you can change the color slightly to adjust to any kind of kit. It doesn't matter whose kit you're using, you can change it. There's a large spectrum of change. So the hues can be changed. That's something that's really easy to do once you learn how. I'm not sure if everybody's printer will do it. I do it in Photoshop, which is why I love Photoshop. I do not think the cost is that outrageous. I think I pay just for the Photoshop, I think it's like $20 some a month. And for some people, that's outrageous. But for me, because I do this professionally, it's not. But Photoshop does so much for me. I can enlarge and shrink my pages no matter what size I buy it. So consider, if you're keeping up with a list of favorite tools, NanaKaye's absolute most favorite after her fingers and my fingernails. That's my favorite tools. God gave me these, and he gave me talent in these. So I use them. I use them a lot and try to take care of them. They look kind of ragged this morning. But the next one would be my Photoshop. I really have to say Photoshop is probably one of those I can't do without. I do know a lot of people are using Canva. I think you get a lot of the same results as Canva. So I'm not gonna discharge Canva as not being good. Then I just haven't learned to use it. My granddaughter uses Canva and swears by it. I use Photoshop and swear by it. So it's all different. So I think what you learn. Anyway, let's go on. Beautiful frame design again with the teal roses, and in the center we have a beautiful water fountain with just beautiful purples and just beautiful colors mingled in. This book is just so eye appealing to me. The colors are just gorgeous. That's the other side of that mingled. I think it was the other side of this one. Yeah, the other side of this one. All right. And you don't have to use the same backgrounds. You can change your backgrounds to whatever you want. This is a garden bridge going over a little brook. Beautiful scene, beautiful cluster of flowers at the top. This is the cream colored dotted Swiss. One of my favorite birds, we have lots of them here in North Carolina. We call them a herring. I think this is a herring, not a crane. It could be what y'all call a crane. Don't hold me to it. But anyway, it's got a beautiful water plant there and across the top. Also in that dotted, cream dotted Swiss. I call it dotted Swiss. I know it's polka dot, but dotted Swiss, I know it's got a little texture to it. I know, but that's just habit. My wedding dress was dotted Swiss, and that's just what I call it. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was 50-some years ago. Beautiful sprays in the corners. This one's, I start to say asymmetrical. That's not. This one's asymmetrical, but this one is just pure tea in a corner square, and it's absolutely beautiful. I can just see a lot of different things being done here. Matter of fact, this looks to me like it is asking for a flip out or even a waterfall. It's beautiful. Pink dot, polka dot. I said it right, didn't I? An oval frame of flowers with the pink polka dot. Another one of the frames that's got the teal roses, the double frame with the teal gingham check. This one's the other one with the same, just different spray of flowers. So guys, that is our book pages that we're going to be putting in this book. Not sure that I have enough slats for all of them, and then I may have more, like I say. If we don't use them all, no problem, we'll make tags or whatever out of them. But that's the Teal Tranquility design that we're going to use, and that's the backgrounds we're going to be using. Everything else done in this book will be used from pages from this kit, notwithstanding that I may use a couple of my mask makes that I've already got done. Nothing that bright, I'm sure. Let me slide that over. Some of my mask mates I may be using, if any of the colors in here will blend. These were made with the recipe cards, so I will use a few of these. And also, notwithstanding the fact that I may have a scrap piece of paper from one of Angela Kerr's kits that I have printed and done a book with, or Screech Owl, or Rachel Bella. Those are some of the people I follow, and I may have a few scraps that has a little bit of their work on it. So that is where we are today. Before we end the video, I would like to do a couple of stitches showing you guys how I do my edging here. I think you would like to see how we do the sewing. So that I'm going to cut the video just for a second, and I'm going to do some sewing on this particular book. Okay, this is also, I didn't show you this. This is added. This is my line print, one of my line prints that I'm going to be using in this book, but I'm thinking this is too blue. I may have to go with a deeper teal, and I've knocked my card over behind me, so I'm not going to try to find it. But what I will do is choose probably one of my pages in my book and get the hue down to a teal and put lines on it. Anyway, we're going to use a teal colored line print. And what you see here is a stack of misprints and things. I will be cutting tags and cards from those. I've already printed the few elements that are in the kit already, and I'm going to be cutting these, prepping. After we go off this video day, I'll be prepping some of these, getting them ready. This kit does have a whole page of clip art. I may add more. Again, if I add more, I will add it to the kit and put it in the NanaKaye Design Shop. Alright guys, so give me just a minute. Let me get my bobbin wound. I don't think you want to watch me bob, and let me get my machine threaded, and I will show 3 or 4 pages, sew them, so you can see it done, and I'll let you know what style machine I'm using and what stitch pattern I'm using. I'll be back in just a second, guys. Alright guys, I got my bobbin done, and I'm trying to get it into my machine. With my bobbin, it is really important that you get it in exactly right, or it doesn't make my stitch that I'm getting ready to use look right. Okay, I have a really easy to thread machine. My thread is a Singer. I'm going to say easy, and now that I'm videoing it, it wants to act like an idiot. Okay, I have a Singer Fashion Mate. I was lucky enough to buy my machine from a quilter at a family estate sale. So I got my machine from that. The person was a quilter, so she used this machine evidently to make her beautiful quilts. And I am going to use, oh gosh, I gotta find my bind stitch. Stitch number 49. It's the stitch I'm using today for this book. It's got a beautiful vine print that runs up the side, so I've set my machine right here for 49. And let's do the hard part now and see if we can get this thread through the needle without me getting my head completely into, because that is sometimes a problem. Again, where my fingernails come in handy. Okay, so what I do is, of course, you know, everybody that knows how to sew knows you got to get that. Well, it's now, there we go. Got to pull that bobbin through, get it started, and I think we've got it started. I don't like it. All right, and I like to pull my thread straight back, okay? Excuse me a minute. Sorry about that, guys. That cough was a little rough, and I didn't want to hack on in this video. All right, got it on. All right, so nothing spectacular. You just need to know which way is up on your book, and make sure you're getting it to your right edge of your book. So you look at your page. This looks like the right one, and I have a little area at the top I know is about right to start my books, because I'm going to put a corner protector in there anyway, so it doesn't have to be all the way to the top. And then I've got a little line right here on my presser foot that I just let that be my guide, and I just go for it, guys. It's not hard. Now I'm sure the machine's making a lot of noise, so I'm not going to try to talk. Okay, I do have a cutter on the back of my machine, but I use a pair of scissors more than I use anything. So I come in and I clip this excess here. I don't worry that some of the stitching may come out at this point, because when you get busy with this stuff, you're going to have ways of making sure that it doesn't. And I'll explain that as we go on. Okay, so as you see, we ended up with a beautiful print on both sides. Again, this is where it's important with this particular stitch that your bobbin be doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. If the pressure's not right, you end up with this being like an odd design, but it's front and back the same. You can see the teal stitching down this edge here, the beautiful blind print. So our whole book's going to look that way. Now, a lot of people complain because they see little white lines on this side. What I do initially is I just press those down. I first come in with this, kind of pop it that way, but you can do it like this. That also helps seal the thread again, and do it like this. If you're real concerned, and like I say, because I'm going to put corner protectors on, I'm not, but if you were real concerned about those two pieces you've got, you can actually go in with just a dab of glue. But that, again, if you're going to use the corner protectors like I use in kits, I wouldn't do that. And I got to make myself a note to print my corner protectors. Print teal corner protectors. That's something I got to do. So you see, this is you're seeing that this is my steps I take, and reminding myself of what I'm going to need, and this is all in the prep work. All right, so that page is ready to go in the book when we decide where. I go ahead and get all my stitching done. Reason being, and it's really important to make sure, again, that you're on the side you want to be on. But I want to get them all done because I don't want to try to decide how I want to arrange in the book until I get this, because what I want to make sure is that no two of the patterns are exactly the same on the background pages. I want them pretty far apart since I had to double up on those. One more time, let's go down. Okay, pull my thread back to the back of my machine, clip off the edges again. Like I say, it's going to have corner protectors, so I'm not worried about any a tiny stray up there. Come in and flatten my edge. And I do turn it both ways because I'm not sure which way. I do do it up and down because I'm not sure which way the needle made the holes. But once you do that, you pretty much get rid of the little holes. And I do the front side too. I don't think it's necessary, but just for myself, I do it. There's another one beautifully stitched, guys. I'm loving the color. I think the color is going to be absolutely beautiful in this book. Okay, so that's my technique for the rest of probably this afternoon. When we come back later to do the next video, I hopefully will have a lot of the clip art cut out, ready to start making our journal, our secret journal spots. A lot of you guys are liking the way the papers are turning out, and we've got beautiful journal spots. So we're going to be coming back and prepping tags and cards for journaling spots, guys. So this is NanaKaye saying thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Go to NanaKaye Designs and become a member. Again, there's no charge to be a member. It just helps me get your email address so that if I want to send out freebies to people who are making comments on my videos and following on a regular basis, I can send you a gift every once in a while. We may even do a swap of some kind. Like we may design a special page, and we may have a group of people come together and we'll do a swap. Like I'll design a page and I'll have a partner who's going to design a page, and we'll mail each other our pages as a swap. So I'm planning to do some things like that, guys. Anybody that's on my YouTube channel helping me out, I really want to help you guys out. So I appreciate you more than I can say. If you're in any kind of groups on Facebook and you want to share my content with them, please do so. I would love it. Just don't break any rules and advertise a site you're not supposed to advertise. I don't want you to get in any trouble with your groups. But or if you if you want to take out a page or something like me showing my book, if you're interested in just showing a picture of what I do, I don't mind, but I would love you to share the NanaKayeDesigns.com site on your groups. I have a Facebook group that will be down in the description. Please join there also. And if you're in a group you really like, please send me a link, because Facebook done me dirty along with Edith Ray last week, and they took my Facebook site that I've had for nearly 20 years, and all my groups were in there, and I've lost all my groups. So I don't even know. I've got back on a couple of my groups. I got back on Rach and Bella, and I got back on Scrapbooking with Me, but I've lost everything else pretty much. So if you're in a group that you really like and you think it's on the line of what I do, my favorite niche again is altered books. So if you're in a group and want to invite me, I would love it. So go to the NanaKaye. Now it's under NanaKaye / Karen Garris. That's my Facebook site. I would just love for you to do it. NanaKaye and Friends is our group page. I don't want other sites advertised on my group page. My group page is strictly for my group. But on my personal Facebook, I would love to invite you to become a friend, and we'll share ideas that way too. I am going to call it a day for videoing for right now. It'll be late this afternoon possibly, and I'm going to get busy, guys. Got a lot of sewing to do. So I'll see you in a little while. It's NanaKaye saying bye-bye. Have a blessed Wednesday morning.